Guys, what's going on? It's Percy here from P4C. Welcome back to the channel. In front of you and I, we had the latest One Piece card game, OP-17, the world's strongest warriors, which also happened to be the 4th anniversary set for the One Piece card game. In a blink of an eye, we're in the 4th year of this card game, which is absolutely crazy. We've got 2 boxes here, and what's even more crazy is the prices for these boxes, because um, I was just actually talking to someone. I'm just I can't afford to buy cards anymore. I whether it's One Piece, whether it's Gundam, whether it's Dragon Ball, whether it's Pokemon, I just can't anymore. But anyway, we are lucky to get 2 of these boxes, which we'll bust open, and hopefully, fingers crossed, some major hits to showcase to you guys about this set. All right, going through the first box here. Normally, with One Piece, you will get a guarantee one parallel art for or alternate art for the set, and this is it shows you 131 cards plus many more, plus many more. One Piece, of course, been on a bit of a One Piece has been interesting. That's the least to say. One Piece has been very interesting. For in terms of the card game, I think when it first started, popularity maybe not so much there, but as momentum uh, starts to build, there were quite notable ups, and then it it actually comes back down pretty quickly in terms of the value of the cards as we get a Luffy, Elbaf Luffy here, just the SR. Now I might be tripping here, but I thought in the past they have a bit of a texture on the SR, but this time they don't. Anyway, the world's strongest warrior. I think it revolves a little bit more around the Elbaf, right? The arc, which I'm actually this is where I kind of drop off. Have been saying I need to catch up on One Piece because I pretty much dropped off at Egghead Island and haven't watched anything since. Another Essa here as we get a Shank. So up until this point, I have no idea what's been happening except for whatever spoilers and leaks I see on the YouTube as we get a Luffy leader here. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice, not gonna lie. So with that said, yeah, it's been pretty strange in terms of how the market has swung for One Piece trading card game. I mean, I sort of get notified uh, whenever people come through the stores and they are specifically asking for One Piece. That's when I know things are going well. So we did. I mean, we did have some early investment into One Piece in terms of the simplified Chinese first anniversary set. I think we were selling them really cheap, so people absolutely cleaned those up at the store because we got pretty good grades for them actually. BGS 9 and PSA 10. So we just sold them. I mean, it was way beyond what I paid for, but it was still a little bit below uh, market. So at that time, and then now is kind of it's quite down a little bit from what I feel. So hopefully, I don't know if this set is going to. There's a lot of buzz. There's a lot of hype around this set. There has been because these are now like I would say close to $200 a box, 200 USD a box in Japanese. And I think with every card game, this just might be my opinion. With every card game, having a world championship helps. I think every card game having a world championship helps because predominantly and ultimately, when you have a championship, you are going to have a pretty special card awarded to the winners, right? And those cards are usually the cards that kind of move. I feel like those type of card are a kind of card that moves the market quite violently. So, for example, the last few, because people have seen the last few winner card, from the world champ, and they've gone from pretty crazy numbers, I would say, in terms of sales and whatnot. So I feel like those are kind of a bit of a trigger points for people to look at One Piece as an investment. I mean, for me, ooh, I was like, ooh, Nico Robin, and I saw the name. I was like, for sure, this was designed by or illustrated by Gunhara. But yeah, so a lot of people have jumped on, and I think it's the I honestly think it's whatever have the highest potential growth, because a lot of people have said, you know, a lot of people went from Pokemon to One Piece, and why would they do that, and why did they do that? Because uh, One Piece was cheap. No one really paid attention to One Piece. One Piece sort of went through like these up and down cycle, and then just as I guess Pokemon was coming to a point where, you know, I think it's the start of M3, Perfect Order in English. Yeah, things were pretty disappointing, and then that's when people were have started to look at other cards. By the way, I didn't even show this, but Yamato card looks pretty awesome. Uh, but yeah, I just feel like people's been jumping ships uh, since M3, like going into One Piece, and then when the One Piece bubble usually bursts pretty quickly as well. Because I don't know, maybe not as much love for One Piece in terms of the community. Maybe obviously the community is still growing, so and then people jump onto Dragon Ball, people jump onto Gundam, which is absolutely crazy. To think that we've been opening all of these card games for such a long time, and people are going nuts for it. All right. Oh my goodness, a SR single star Ultimate Art Shanks here. So you are guaranteed a star card for these, for each of these boxes. This is a trademark of Bandai, pretty much a trademark for all trading card game in Japan. Actually, whenever you buy these Japanese boxes, you are guaranteed one one hit or one parallel up, so you don't feel empty-handed. All right, and Nami here. All right, nothing. And then last but not least, this is the last pack here. We shouldn't there shouldn't be anything crazy. All right, nothing here. So our hit for this box was indeed the Shanks. All right, let's open our second box. All right, here we go. Our second box. No SP, no leader, no God Pack. There is apparently God Pack in this as well, actually. So no God Pack, no nothing. As we go through the second box, if we are able to put SP here, I would consider it a big win. Uh, if we put a manga here, it's even more crazy. We haven't, despite the amount of One Piece that we open, and I mean, if you compare to other people, obviously we haven't opened that much or that many, but despite the amount of One Piece that we have opened, I have never pulled a manga art rare, not in private, not in front of the camera. So I say this all the time when I open One Piece. If we can do it here today, that would be amazing. We put some pretty big cuts though. Well, at the time they weren't so big, and then after I sold them, they become massive. For example, the Nami SP from EB03 or EB04 203, the heroine. Yeah, that card just kind of exploded. Now, if we get a when we open the pack, if we get a red back, it means good news. It means good news, or at least a potential. Well, at least a very a what they call a leader, alternate leader card. As we get another Luffy here. Come on, we gotta be pulling a secret. Oh my goodness, it is good news. So this is the alternate leader card. So let's see what we can get. Because I'm pretty sure if it is red on the back, that means you get a leader. And oh, here we go. I told you. I caught it. I caught it, and we pull a Luffy here. Now there doesn't seem to be any type of sleeves available. All right, just hopefully this sleeves works. It's actually a Pokemon sleeve, but we caught it. Now, from memory, if you pull one of these bad boys, that's your box hit. I'm pretty sure that's your box hit. So I shouldn't, from memory, because we actually skip quite a few sets or One Piece, and I feel like One Piece is one of those things I just enjoy opening. I don't really care. Do I care? I don't care about the value as much as Pokemon. I think. I just love the artwork. Bandai, in terms of commons and common cards, they do really well in terms of some of the artwork. This Kaido card here is just menacing, menacing. Uh, so yeah, so it's always been just fun opening for me for One Piece. Of course, I do sell the cards. I don't play the game, unfortunately. I think One Piece is kudos to the people who plays it, and the actual person who won the world championships and whatnot. It just seems like a really complicated game. And there is English cards in general in Hong Kong are expensive, which actually I wanted to clarify something here because people think you can buy Pokemon or whatever, but basically English products. People think you can buy English products. Oh, another. So we got a bit of a jackpot here. This is the sweet free generals. Very, very nice, which is also an alternate. So we got double hit here. Woo! Not bad for a box. People in general thinks they can buy English, Pokemon, One Piece, whatever it may be, at MSRP. In Hong Kong, you're not going to be able to buy any of those stuff in MSRP for whatever reason it may be. I think the distributor are selling it to you in MSRP, but when it goes on shelf, it is at least 20 to 30% up from MSRP. So, to answer your question, English products, whatever it may be, very, very expensive in terms of where I am. Because there's just zero, there's no way you can buy MSRP. Even you want to buy online, you can't even get it shipped to you. Because a lot of for example, Pokemon Center needs you to have a US address, which I don't have. So, all right, got 3 more packs left. I don't think we've got anything left in this box, but pretty happy with the pull. The second box definitely uh, was pretty good. 2 more packs left. Here we go. 2 more packs left. All right, last pack. As much as I would love to say last pack magic, there isn't. Unfortunately, when you see these true cards already, there isn't any magic left. There you go. Well, I am pretty happy with the pull. Because we did get Shank, Luffy, and the free general from the Cake Island arc. So With that said, I hope you enjoy this particular opening. If you did, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so. Ring the bell for the latest videos and updates. Looking at the dates now, we've got one more week for you to register. We are giving away all the Pikachu cards that we pulled from the 30th anniversary binder collection opening. If you don't know what it is about, but you would like to enter, go over to check our posts in the community tab. We posted all the information there if you're interested. With that said, if you are also opening up some One Piece or whatever trading card game it may be, may the God of Pulls be with you always.